And sadly for these bots, they spawn me right here. Eat a satchel charge. Ugh, nice triple. What is up, YouTube? It's Ubu the Tech Guru coming straight at you. How is everybody doing today? I'm doing fantiddlyastic. Today, I'm bringing you a game of hardpoint domination on the map Nexus. I'm playing solo. I believe I'm using the G2 4A. I probably should know what gun. No, this is the car. The car SMG. And I think I do pretty well in this match, but that's not really what the topic is about. Today, I wanted to discuss the recent news of the DLC, the Expedition DLC that was announced at the PAX East event. It's going to include 3 new maps. We have Runoff, Swamplands, and War Games. And, unfortunately there was no, they didn't provide any screenshots or videos of it. They just talked about it at PAX East. And, there's a whole story behind it about the IMC, traveling deep into the frontier space to recover from their recent defeat. And they're on an uncharted world, and they begin construction of their new fleet, on this new uncharted world. And they all of a sudden find this ancient ruins and artifacts of unknown origin in a nearby swamp. And, so there's a story behind it to go along with the multiplayer, single player. Well, it's not single player. It goes along with the multiplayer campaign of the game. So that, there is some story to it as to why, the new maps are what they are. There is one picture that I put on screen right now that you can see of what looks to be probably the Swampland map, or it could be Runoff, one or the other. It looks like an ancient ruins type thing with water, and a guy sitting on his Titan with the roof, the head open. And, so I'm really excited about this new DLC, because previously we really didn't know how many map packs they were going to release, or there's really no confirmed date of when this Expedition DLC map pack is going to be released. But we do know how much it's going to cost. It's $9.99 if you buy it individually. Or, there's going to be, supposedly I've heard there's going to be at least 3 map packs. So 3 maps, each map pack, and each map pack costs $9.99. Or you can get the Season's Pass within the US, it's $24.99. So, 9 extra maps for $25. Or, if you bought each map pack individually, it'd be $30 for 9 extra maps. I think that's a pretty fair price for DLC. I think traditionally, like Call of Duty DLC was, $14.99, I believe. Someone correct me down below in the comments if I'm wrong on that. But, it's exciting to see that, they're talking about the DLC and how they want to keep the community happy and regularly informed, and they're looking to improve on what they like to call the update tempo. And it's not always about the speed of the updates, but about the quality and the execution of the updates and the news that the team brings us. The game director for Titanfall, Steve Fukuda, he's basically promised the community that he's going to keep us better informed as to what the team is up to, and also you'll be able to hear from other developers from the title, allowing us to gain more information on the upcoming updates and projects from a variety of disciplines from the various aspects of the game. So he touched on at PAX East, the Steve Fukuda. He touched on also talking about how they're focusing on their updates. So there's a whole types of updates. And the first one is like, they put it in an analogy of you tend the garden, you keep the weeds out. It's the focus on the current game rather than adding new features. It can be a category here, would be like minor tweaks and fixes, such as the recent adjustments to the Gooser Challenge, the more generous hard point scoring for attacking players, the weapon balancing, so on and so forth. And then they've also touched on the next kind of update, which is the convenience features, which are, they're not really huge infrastructural pieces, but they make Titanfall more fun, more pleasant. They tend to be related to things, that you use or that you do repeatedly. For example, like the party colors, that was recently updated so that you can easily identify fellow party members in the game and in the lobby. So those are those kind of updates. And then they went in and talked about infrastructural type features. One example is the recent beta release of the private matches, so that now you can go off with your buddies and create a private game, against other people that and set it all up. And there's a lot more coming to that as well within the private matches. Some of the other updates that they kind of mentioned on it, talked about at PAX East, would include new burn card sets. They also talked about new nose art insignias so that you can uniquely identify your Titan. They talked about new game modes and various game mode variants, which is a way to keep the variety of matches, different. And those are free type updates that are coming. Titanfall is, the developers are really focused in on not just providing DLC paid content and updates, but also a lot of the free updates that improve the game that you don't have to buy to get. Excuse me. So I'm really excited about Expedition. Just based on the picture alone, it looks pretty cool. Like, I can just imagine being in a forest, what type of routes you'll be able to take on the treetops. I mean, the amount of parkouring that's going on buildings and stuff is just insane right now in Titanfall. And now imagine, if you're up in a forest with these giant, for example, say redwoods, where the trees are just huge and they go up miles into the sky. Now just imagine running along, in your Titan, or I'm running along as a pilot up in the treetops. I could just see how fun that would be. I think that would be insane. So let me know down below, in the comments, if you are getting the Expedition DLC, or if you're going to wait to get some more information about it. What your thoughts are on the 3 different maps. If you have any thoughts on how they're going to, are they going to favor maybe say, longer type gunfights like snipers, or do you think it's going to be all close quarter? What do you think the new map pack is going to entail with Runoff, Swampland, and War Games? So that pretty much covers, what I wanted to cover as far as the Expedition DLC. And, from here on out, we'll just kind of watch the gameplay and sit back and enjoy the show. Like I said, I thought I did pretty well. I was playing solo. I'm not sure. I don't even remember in this game if I ended up winning or losing. I think we lost. Playing solo in a objective type game is really tough. I could sit there and try to I couldn't believe I went in here and there's a guy over here. There was 2 of them over here. Like, what? You guys are just like holding hands over in the corner. What are you guys doing? So playing solo, in an objective type game is one thing I wanted to point out here. Something that I recently learned. Notice how my Titan right there still has his bubble around him. his protective shield, if you throw, or if you tell your Titan to come in really close to the edge of a building, the bubble will actually protrude through the wall and protect you. It'll guard you too. And this didn't happen to me as an advantage for me. This actually happened against me. Some guy, I forget what map I was on, but some guy basically called in his Titan, you know, right outside the doorway. It dropped, and the shield bubble ended up going around him. So when I was shooting at him, even though I should have killed him, you know, he was just sitting there with his back to the wall. He was protected by his Titan's shield. So I didn't, you know, I just ended up getting killed. It was bullshit. I was super irritated. You know, in fact, I should try to create a little video and highlight it to let Respawn know so that they can fix that. Because, you know, your Titan shield should not be able to go through a wall and protect you from being shot. You know, I know there's a perk to actually extend the amount of time that your shield is there for your Titan. So, I mean, someone could really, you know, take advantage of that or abuse that and, you know, put that on so that their Titan shield is longer, and then basically just drop their Titan right outside the building they're in at an objective and be protected. You wouldn't be able to kill them. Dude, I was just like, I can't believe we pulled off the win. It was 400 to 346. Trying to think what my KD was. You know, I don't claim to be like the best Titanfall player. I'm certainly not. I just enjoy first-person shooters. I enjoy having fun, and you know, I think that's the main point. I always play for the objective. Look at that, top of the leaderboard with 12 pilot kills and 8 deaths, 1,300 assault score, 630 defense. So I was all about the objective there for sure. So leave me a rating on the video. You know, give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. You know, I always upload Titanfall content. I do play other games. I live stream on Hitbox. Its link should be down in the description if you want to check me out sometime. I actually live stream tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So drop by Hitbox and say hi to me. I'm going to be playing some Killing Floor with friends. It's kind of like a zombie survival type game, similar to Left 4 Dead 2 and games like that. So that's about all I got for tonight, guys. Until next time, I'll smell you when I smell you.
Ubu out.